Hey guys, my name is Simpzy and welcome back to Season 3, Episode 1 of my FIFA 15 Bolton Wanderers Road to Glory Career Mode. And oh my god guys, we finally got some funding, obviously for qualifying for Champions League last season. We've been allocated 27 million from the board, so that's going to be good. We've had to bring in some top tier quality players finally. Now, we have signed Aaron Lennon on a pre-contract. He has joined the club for free. Yeah, he's alright. Roughly worth about 6.5. I can't see him getting him into the first team. I can't justify taking out Patrick Roberts, obviously, because he has a huge talent in Odegaard and Andre Ayew and Davis. But, guys, for the league, they want us to qualify for Europe, which, I don't know, we'll see. To be perfectly honest, this season, I want to try get Champions League football again, so we can have it next season. Champions League-wise, perfectly honest, I don't think we're going to get past the group stage. We haven't got the squad report. We haven't got the squad depth compared to other teams, and we are getting highly rated every single month. We're slowly getting up to it. But yeah, we're slowly getting to it. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Now, there's a shit ton of transfer negotiations in this episode. Now, my centre-backs are getting quite old. So, looking at the squad, I think I need two new centre-backs, at least one, and a centre defensive mid. So, I negotiated with Manchester United to get Marouane Fellaini. Marouane Fellaini is probably the best centre defensive mid in career mode. And 77 overall, 28 years of age for only 7 million. That is an absolute bargain. I was also negotiating with Southampton's Victor Wanyama, 25 years of age. He's a little bit shorter, he's got better strength, and he can push up the pitch. I think he's got more like centre attacking mid qualities. Nastasic, the former Manchester City man playing for Schalke, trying to negotiate with him. Kurt Zouma, obviously a famous youngster in career mode. Obviously, he did sign to Chelsea from Saint Etienne, so it's going to be pretty hard to pick up his services. Rene Koch, who we could have signed on a pre-contract for the last 2 years, we're trying to negotiate with Inter Milan, obviously, because he's only got 1 year left. He might be a little bit more expensive. Also, Papadopoulos and John Stones from Everton. He's had a pretty good season this year. And Nastasic currently with, or his agents are currently in negotiations with Valencia. So we're going to hopefully try and snatch him up. So we're going to negotiate here with Everton to try pick up Stones. To be quite honest, he might be a little bit out of our price range, obviously because they are a rival Premier League side. But let me know in the comments, where do you think I am going to finish in the league? I want to make top 4. I'd probably finish 4th, to be perfectly honest. I think my squad's going to be a bit stretched with Champions League football. But I really want to get out of the group stage. If we could get to the round of 16, that would be phenomenal. But to be perfectly honest, the thing is, imagine if we get like Real Madrid in the first leg or something. It could be just absolutely atrocious. Like even teams like Galatasaray would be even really hard to make it. But we do manage to sign Marouane Fellaini for 7 million to Manchester United. Obviously, Gundogan and Axel Witsel are good players, but for that price, 7 million is an absolute bargain for Manchester United. 28 years of age, he's still relatively young, and he's just a really solid centre defensive mid, and he's going to dictate the play. We managed to sign the Serbian, 23 years of age. He's coming back to the Premier League, and he has a pretty good potential as well. But I think Marouane Fellaini is going to be a key in that centre defensive mid role. And he's actually worth 7 million, so we didn't actually overpay for him. We did have to overpay for Nastasic. I can't even fucking say his name at the moment. Nastasic. Yeah, obviously, he recently signed for Schalke. We did pay 9 million, but he's a young centre-back. Obviously, we will make our money over in the future. Porto have submitted a bid for Martin Odegaard, and there's no way in hell that I'm going to sell Enes Unal, James Wilson, or Odegaard. Now, I was looking for another centre back, and I found this guy Stark, which is really quite interesting. I'm a huge Game of Thrones. I'm a huge Song of Ice and Fire fan. So if we could sign Stark, that'd be pretty good. But regardless, we're still trying to find some other centre backs here. David, Mike van der Horn, 23 years of age, centre back. I was humming and ahhing where to sign him. I do know he has relatively slow stats, acceleration stats. But Nicholas Stark would be a really nice player to sign. David here, or David, however you like to say it. I don't know, it's Spanish, so it might be the same as David De Gea. But the reason why I'm not rejecting and disallowing future offers for Odegaard and Yunus Anel is just in case Real Madrid, Barcelona, or PSG put a sensational bid out there. But we do manage to sign Nicholas Stark here. We brought in our second centre-back. He can play in the centre-back role, centre defensive mid, and centre mid role. Quite young, relatively, and we didn't actually have to pay that much for him. He's probably about the same sort of player as Stones, to be perfectly honest. So we brought in two centre-backs. Now, my defense has been absolutely superb. Ever since the championship, I was really fortunate. But now, the players, Mills and Wheater, are just getting a little bit old. And I feel like we need to bring in some youth players and bring in a bit of injection. Now, speaking of injection, Schalke have been injected with funds, obviously, so they tried to sign Martin Odegaard. Now, we got an offer here from Real Madrid to sign Patrick Roberts for 15 million. I did counter offer saying, if you want Patrick, you're going to have to pay 50, because the thing is, for me, if the longer I can hold on to these players, the better, because they're going to go up in stats crazily. Mills, we got an offer here. Now, I decided to go through and have a look through all the leagues of players that have been translisted in the Premier League, the La Liga, and the Bundesliga. And we really do need players to just strengthen the squad depth, which we have none, because we're going to be playing, obviously, I don't know, I don't really care about the FA Cup or the Capital One Cup, to be perfectly honest. I really want to focus on making European football so we can have it for next year. I don't really care about the Premier League. I just want to, I want to do well in the Champions League, but I don't want to be embarrassed, to be perfectly honest. I want to give it my best shot, and we'll see how we go. If we can get past the group stage, that would be phenomenal, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious to know your predictions. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League? Who do you think is going to be the top goal scorer? Who do you think is going to get manager and player of the season? But there are a fair few Premier League players transfer listed here. They're relatively young, and we can probably get them for a bargain. That's why I'm putting in well under what they're worth. Tom Thorpe there is roughly worth 35,000, which is crazy when you think about it. How can a player be worth that less in career mode? But we've been putting in offers for like 100 and whatnot. We're going to have a look at the La Liga to see who is transfer listed. And there's a really interesting player here from Real Madrid once I pop him up in a sec. But his name is Mascarelli. He's currently roughly worth about 1 million, 23 years of age. The Spaniard has fallen out of favour with Real Madrid, and they have transfer listed him. So hopefully we can manage to pick up his signing for a relatively cut fee. But I don't really know where to strengthen him. Obviously, my strikers are fine. Odegaard is a solid cam. Andre Ayew on the right, worth roughly 20 million. We've got Odegaard, we've got Odegaard the cam. We've got Roberts on the left, and currently Mara and Fellaini. Obviously, we've got Curtis from Swansea, and we have Douglas, the former Barcelona man, along with his former Barcelona Matip. Now, Suka Ona, if you guys remember, I think he's been glitched in my both Real Madrid career mode and my Manchester United, because he's roughly rated like an 86, 87. If we can get him up to that high potential, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Check Tiore here, 23 years of age, centre back, trying to get him for a cut fee. Slowly negotiating with these sides to make a profit, essentially. Regardless if we play them or not, we're going to need squad depth, and hopefully we can get a cut fee when they're transfer listed. But guys, I just want to thank each and every one of you who have been supporting me on this Bolton Wanderers Career Mode. You've been absolutely phenomenal. If you've liked, commented, favorited, and subscribed, let's keep this good thing going. I'm still enjoying making content, and I hope you guys are still enjoying watching. But West Ham managed to accept that crazy transfer fee. So it'll be interesting to see if Sebastian will come for a cut fee on his contract. But the first player we sign is Sebastian here from West Ham, 23 years of age. He's not going to be awesome, but 59 overall, 23 years of age. He's going to be a solid, just a squad rotational player if we pick up an injury. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. Like I said, nothing overly that special, but a solid player nonetheless. And if we can put these guys out on short-term loans, we might even be able to make them go up in stats. And I'm sure someone would want to make a profit if we do like 7 seasons with this. But David Wheatley here, my centre-back, 71 overall, 29 years of age. We've got an offer. But this is the current squad, what we're looking at. You're most welcome to pause and have a look, or maybe put your own suggestion in the comments below. Clayton, 72 overall. He's nearly as high as Wilson. He's been absolutely phenomenal. He's got some crazy sprint speeds and agility. But guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you watched all the way through, I really do appreciate it. I apologize that there's no gameplay because we have a shit ton of transfer negotiations. So guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. My name has been Simpzy, and I hope you've enjoyed the video.